everybody.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Hello. I'm classically trained actor and fine woodworker Nick Offerman. A few of you may know me as Ron Swanson from NBC's Parks and Recreation, but let's be honest, most of you know me for this. And this Movember, I'm here to instruct you on how to properly grow your very own. Developing my mustache required years of training. I brought it to Scotland, where sheep herders tamed its unruly. I then studied with Tibetan monks who combed it like a Every day I washed it with cologne, whale oil, and beef, and dried it over a campfire of peat and turf. And the bulk of you will end this month with something atrocious on your lip. The rest of you will be passable, but in the spirit of awareness, I wanted to offer a few simple ideas of my own that can help a novice grow a full and thicker mustache. Hammer and nail. Send a regular handwritten letter. Capture a household bug, then set it free. Tolerate a crying baby. Smell wood. Move out of your parents' house. Gain the trust of a dog. Sweat. Eat a raw onion. Eat a raw onion.
Yeah.
And finally, and most importantly, don't shave your upper lip. So get ready for the single manliest journey of your life. And be sure to tell your friends, this mustache is a Movember mustache.
That's where I actually saw blood on his fingers.
So there's that. This is from, I assume, a customer named Susan. Thanks, Pencil's perfect. Loved your videos.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of a
It's a neat piece.
cool thing.
Hope they get the rest of their sculpture soon.
That's right. Really, they really got ripped off on that one.
We're just kidding.
It is a win for today, although we had a pretty big turn back, it sounds like. So that will be updated so we know more about that. So as we discussed earlier, we should be caught up by Friday, next Friday rather. So pretty light day today, but of course we have lots past due. You all know that.
Big day Monday.
Big, huge day Monday. So this is going to go way back up again. But assuming we don't take too many rushes, we should be on track for catching up by Friday.
Very slow week next week aside from Monday.
Plan of attack for today, stay as late as you can. Ideally, we'd be staying as close to 5 as possible. We have a weekend crew. Show of hands again. Who is intending to arrive Saturday?
Thank you.
Okay. I know we've got a few of our CSU guys coming by as well.
Brett raised his hand.
Did he? Did you raise your hand, Brett?
Both hands.
No?
That's just a challenge.
How about you, Ben? Ben Adams, is that a no?
Oh,
For you?
yeah.
Who's setting up a cot next to John's upstairs?
You can share a cot.
Yeah, we can just share a cot with John.
That's right. He's a snuggler.
In that case.
Where's Kenny?
He left. He half day today.
Oh,
It's funny.
in that case, this is Moot. She's gonna talk about.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, she's like, we'll do that some other time. Just a friendly reminder. The What by When board. A few people are still using it. I know we've been super busy. But if you wouldn't mind getting, when you get a chance, just kind of go through and audit your cards, see what has been completed and move it over, or if you actually are doing something, put it in the appropriate place.
If you're unfamiliar with what the What by When board is, ask somebody.
Good point. So yeah, if you, show of hands, who does not know what I just talked about? All right, a few people. So this, who knows what Trello, who doesn't know what Trello is? At least, yeah, we know.
Makes sense.
So this is something that we started using a little while back with varying degrees of success. Basically, it's all on the same page as far as projects that need to be done. So whether you intend on doing it yourself or you find something that bugs you and you don't know how to fix it, take a photo, describe what the problem is in as much details as necessary, and then post it up here that need doing. And then you can either do it yourself or you can tag someone who you need help from or leave a message. It's a pretty cool tool. Anyway, that's any questions on that?
How long are you going to let them run? Say, you give a projected date of, say, December 20th, and you find out you've got more stuff to do than you can possibly finish it in. Are you going to set up a time when it vaporizes and goes into space, and you start over again?
I
Or-
sort of do that manually when I see things that are clearly really old and stale and either aren't relevant anymore or clearly aren't happening. I archive them.
So can, say, the big, super big project that Brad and I have got going by for next year for that pad, can we put a section in that says pending until a later date but must be done?
You can always add a deadline.
But our deadline, we don't know.
Well, you could just put in a deadline of March 2018, and then that way, if it hasn't passed its deadline,
Then just
the archivist would
archive it.
hopefully
Well-
not archive it.
One intention in a perfect world would be that when you identify a project, if someone has a big idea like that, and they could go here and say like, "Oh, has anyone thought of this before?" And then it come up like, "Oh, never mind." Then they could just comment on it or something. So put it up there anyway, and just put a later date on it. That makes sense. Good.
I was going to say let it go to archive, and then when you're back on the project again, resubmit.
That at least gives a place where people can share ideas and converse on it before it happens. Mitch is next week.
Yay.
Hey?
That'd be awesome. I've yet to win one.
You've never won?
No. Lori!
Lori!
It's 2 in a row. Yeah.
What'd you
Four.
do?
I don't know what that
Steven.
says.
Steven.
Oh, two Stevens. That's all
From.
it says.
No,
Two Lori
usually
from.
Two Lori
two
from,
from
Steven?
four.
That just says Lori
No
Steven.
four. Yeah.
Two from, go for it.
Two
Love.
Lori
All
from
love.
Steven for
Just
Lori.
because she's
Lori,
awesome.
interesting, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
I will get you a gift card
Yeah.
after these shoutouts.
Gonna shout out Tony for some awesome training. Just every day I'm in the shop, he's always teaching me something new, so appreciate it.
I'm gonna shout out Patrick Tupi for knowledge sharing and Tony also for knowledge sharing. He updated my knowledge on some things that were old.
Thanks, Mike, for the donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a guest today. We don't want to, unless he was already introduced.
Oh, no, this is Kathleen, my wife.
Hey.
Hey,
So-
welcome. Welcome in.
Been working upstairs. Should not order donuts.
Justin, go.
To John for knowledge.
Ben.
I got 3 shout-outs and I already wrote them down. One for Patrick Bailey for mind-blowing service and accountability. Patrick Dunn for also mind-blowing service and family strong. That's also from Grizz.
Yeah,
by the way.
Grizz. You're welcome, buddy.
And Seth and Greg for letting me do some training and get out there a little bit.
Nice.
I've got 2. One for John for the list, just being awesome, and for 2P for mind blowing service. A lot of extra time and energy and accountability in there.
I wanted to shout out Tony yesterday for just leading by example how to roll with the punches. Things don't go right, and you don't have to take it personally, and that's a good lesson for me and everyone. So, and also wanted to thank Patrick Bailey and Rob for accountability, helping turn a escape into a turn back, which is miles better. So thank you.
Yeah, I'll shout out Tupi for positivity.
Seth and Dallas family strong.
Much love.
Tony.
Got one for Mitch yesterday after I dropped the pedestal. Before it was time to go, it was already cut. Thank you. And I have one for Sean. Yesterday I was kind of crazy over there in detail, and I was just telling him to do a lot of different things at once, and he was keeping up with me. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Good job.
Sorry, who was your first one for?
What's that?
What was your first one?
Mitch.
Mitch. My balloon service.
John for going the extra mile yesterday by bringing some pedestals to FedEx. Make sure they get out.
Nice. All right.
This marathon's at 50.
That's a lot of love.
Yeah, so much love.
Alrighty. Take it easy.
Shout out John for his sweet dance move. He's practicing that.
I practice a lot.